Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I am beginning a new adventure using my Daring and Dangers Rules Like Pulp adventure role-playing game featuring the Intrepid Society. The current members that have been taking place in this story is Dr. Alistair Wickham, Xander Chance, Dr. Tessa Stewart, and former soldier Harry Green. So this is Daring and Dangers, as I mentioned. If you think this is a game you'd like to be interested in playing at your table, solo or with friends or whatever, you can go to itch.io at the link in the description below and download it for yourself. It's a pay what you want download, so have fun with that. And hopefully if you do have fun, you'll let me know. So this story now opens at the mansion of Dr. Wickham, and he has been expecting, he got an urgent phone call from a former colleague's daughter, Regina Colombo, and she's not quite dressed like that, but that's the youngest miniature I had. A young lady in her 20s who had some distressing news and needed to talk to Dr. Wickham, and that's where our action begins. Oh, Dr. Wickham, thank you for seeing me, and hello all of you. Oh, please, come on, please, have a seat. Please sit at the table. Yes, my dear. All right. Please, tell us what's going on. Well, my father's been taken. Oh, I'm sorry, what? Taken? Yes, soldiers, at least they said they were soldiers. They weren't dressed like soldiers. I don't know. They had they were speaking Germans, and German accents, and they took him. They took him, Dr. Wickham. Oh, all right, dear. Just calm down. Would you like some tea? No, I don't have time for this. He always spoke so highly of your Intrepid Society, Dr. Wickham, and I need you to get him, find him. Well, if he's been kidnapped, call the police, or, something along those lines. No, they've taken him. He's outside. They've taken him. They said they were going to put him on a ship, and they said something about an island. I don't know. Did they take anything else from the house? I don't know. I was too afraid to look. Oh, to my shame. I was not brave enough to try to help him. Oh dear, please, you're just a wee girl. There's no way you could. No, don't beat yourself up about that. Now please, tell us all you can tell us. They've taken him on a ship. Well, they said they were going to. Yes, this was just an hour or two ago. I don't. Oh, then we don't have much time. So I can assume there's something. Did he ever tell you about the map that he had of the Lost Island? No, he always talked about the Lost Island. I didn't know he had a map. Yes. I'm afraid that if they took your father, then they probably have the map. Oh, okay. That must be where they are going. He's been meaning to sail there for years. He just never could get the funds together. No one would ever give him a grant or anything along those lines, so it was very difficult for him to fund his trip, but he always wanted to go there. Well, what about this? Yes, the island. Dr. Stewart's like, oh, yes, this island. Dr. Wickham, am I to assume that this is Professor Colombo, and you're talking about... Yes, my Italian friend, yes, colleague. He was obsessed with the Lost Island of Dreams, and he said that dreams could come true there, and if they did, he was hoping to be able to, prove that it was true. Most people consider it to be a myth, but he's been trying. He discovered about 3-4 years ago the map. He's been obsessed with it his entire life, but found the map 3 years ago, and he's been trying to raise funds ever since to go there. So, my dear, they've taken him, and they've probably taken the map, and they're probably on their way to the island. We must hurry. But how will you know where to go? They have the map. Oh, I hope he's okay. I don't think they're going to harm him, my dear. So rest assured, because if they were, they probably would have killed him right there. I think they need him. He's the foremost expert on the Lost Island of Dreams, so he must know. They must keep him alive, so keep that in your heart, my dear. All right, well... we need to gear up, and we need to get to the University Museum of London. And what is there, sir? Well, it is, there's a copy of the map there. What? Yes, and we need it if we're going to make our trip. Well, why didn't you fund his trip?
Well, we hit a rough patch not too long ago, and our funding has not been great.
Well, if you just would have asked me, sir, I would have...
No, I could not. I could not ask you to fund someone else's, who knows, probably a wild goose chase anyway. I just wasn't confident enough that he knew what he was talking about, but apparently these Nazis, or whatever they were, Germans or overlords or whatever, were very interested, and they believe it.
Well, okay, Dr. Wickham, if you believe that's best.
Yes, we must get to the museum, and we must find the map. I know where it is. We'll get it, and we'll book ship immediately.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have a contact.
Oh, I know you do. Oh, Dr. Stewart, you are invaluable to the Intrepid Society.
Yes, and I'm not so bad looking either.
Oh, stop.
All right. Then they're like, all right, it's enough of this. Let's stop talking and let's get out of here.
Yes, let's gear up,
says Harry Green. So they take a few moments to get into their gear, grab their gear for traveling and so forth, and they head out to the museum. They bid Regina goodbye and tell her to go back to her home and not to fret. They will get a hold of her as soon as they return. So they make their way to the museum. Alrighty. Okay. Right. And so that is the University of London Museum. And yeah, okay. I'm getting my miniatures together. I had some miniatures, but I've changed things midstream. So I thought I was going to switch out the miniatures, but I think they will apply nicely. So I'm going to keep the same miniatures that I just threw back into my box. And we'll get back to the story. This is travel time, of course. We're traveling through the streets of London in the cab. I discovered the black cabs didn't really become prominent until the 50s into the 60s. So, but there are cabs, so they're taking a cab. It's just not a black cab. So hopefully you can forgive me my my lack of history knowledge that I espoused in the last couple episodes ago. All right, there he is, finally. Okay. So, change my mind again. All right, so they rush to the museum, and Dr. Wickham has a key because it's the university where he teaches, and so he is able to get them in. And they enter into this front door into this main lobby here.
All right, follow me.
And so they make their way to this back room. Goes through the back room. Goes to this, behind this display case. Harry's standing guard here, as is Xander. Dr. Stewart is with Dr. Wickham.
All right. Now, it is here, and I believe he gave me the combination, and I'm trying to remember what it is.
Doctor, this is no time for a senior moment.
What's a senior moment? Watch it, young lady. Are you inferring I'm getting old?
Well, not in so many words.
Let me think. Give me time to think here.
All right. I'm going to give him DL4. And he... yes. There it is. All right, so if we move this over here, and we... Doc, we got company. Hello, gentlemen. I thought the museum was closed on this day.
It is closed. It's private viewing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, you won't mind if I ask you to leave?
Yeah, I mind very much. Who are you? I am Schmidt, and that's all you need to know. Yeah, look, pal. You and your goons here need to leave. Oh, I don't think so. It's you who's going to be leaving here. We've come to secure that map. No one else can follow us. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I think you do, Herr, whatever your name is. Yeah. Doc? Oh my, all right. I need to slip out the back door. Yeah. Yes, you go out the back door, and we'll see what we can do about them. I'll go with you. We're finished here, so we'll be going now. Quickly, around back. So they go around back on the cobblestone streets, opens the door, sees two soldiers. Oh, never mind, closes the door. Oh, Professor. All right then. Well, not going after all, Xander. All right. So these guys start trying to pound in the door they locked. So they're going to make strength check, and we're going to roll initiative. 3 and 3. Sweet. All right, so she goes before the soldiers. Before the soldiers. Before the soldiers. And, oh my gosh, Dr. Wickham actually is moving before the soldiers. Or the agents, I guess is a better word, though they really are just soldiers. All right, so Dr. Wickham and they hide behind this bear, stuffed bear here in the museum. And I'm going to say, in this game, I don't necessarily have a mechanic for holding their action, but they can hold their action. They just go after, just move it to after the monsters. So though they have initiative, they're going to wait and see what these soldiers do. However, out front here, so Harry has a nice submachine gun that he keeps in his thing. He's like, all right, boys, I don't really feel like hurting you, but if you make me, I'm going to do it. Oh, I think we're all beyond that. Very well. So he's going to open fire. He's using his Tommy gun, which fires off 2 bursts of 6 dice each. So we'll take the first one. He's going to... The leader is on the other side of this fossil. So he's going to have to... dinosaur fossil. So he's going to jump behind here, and he's going to fire at these guys. So I'm going to say... I'm going to say he's be able to shoot through them without that tail right there, without that being cover. But the boss, he's got like full cover. So he's going to fire the first one at the one guy. First burst. Ooh, 2 exploding dice. And so that's 3, 6, 7. They have a agility resistance 2. That's 5. So this guy goes down. And then the second burst at the other guy. Ooh, not as good. All right, so he does 2 damage to that guy, but it's not enough. So he is there. And then this guy's over there, and then the boss is there. Okay. All right, so that was Harry Green firing off the Tommy gun and taking cover. Xander is going to run over here. And he knows, see, that guy has a Mauser submachine gun. He's like, he cannot use that. So he's going to fire his pistol at the guy. So he's got 6 dice with the pistol. All right, so we got an exploding die. And so that's, I don't know if that, I can't re-roll it. Okay, so that's 4, so 2 damage. 2 more damage, but that's not enough to take him down. All right, and now they go. So these guys try to break down the door. That is a strength test. It's pretty solid door because, you know, this museum has some stuff. So, oh, so he needs 3. Oh, but his buddy's going to help him. So we'll roll an extra die. And they do. They break through the door and they stumble in and they take aim at their guns. All right, over here, this guy fires. He sees Harry as a worse thing. So he fires off at Harry. Harry's got armor 3 behind that cover. And he also gets 2 bursts of 6, but he's firing both of them
at Harry. So Harry has armor 3 under cover. And so bullets pound into that display case and don't get to Harry. And then the other burst, same thing. No, one hair makes Harry duck a bit. So Harry is takes a point of damage. All right. So the glass is shattering. Bullets are flying. So this guy comes around here and fires at Xander. So he's got 5 dice with that gun, with his rifle. And he misses. Xander's agility resistance is 4. That's pretty good. Explorers are usually pretty good that way. Oh, I forgot to re-roll a die for a fail for Xander. Oh well. And the boss... The boss knows where he is, so he goes out this side door and heads down to this door here. So that was them. Then, both of them, they're hiding behind the bear. They pop out from behind the bear and fire their pistols, but they're firing at, they're going to concentrate their fire on one of the assailants. So they're basically just going to fire at the same guy. So we'll just do that now. Dr. Wickham has 5 dice with that pistol. And Dr. Stewart has 6. All right, so Dr. Stewart. Ooh. She hits that guy, and he's down to oh, I didn't see Dr. Stewart's roll. Or Dr. Wickham's roll is bad. So she's going to use a die to take him down. And that is enough to take him down. So he goes down. All right, and Dr. Wickham's shot misses. All right, so I'm gonna give him a daring dice because he missed completely. That was terrible. And then that's that. Okay, initiative. Ugh. Okay, so Xander's going before. Harry's going before. Oh, not as bad as I thought. Just Dr. Stewart going after everybody else before. Bullet holes riddling the museum. Unfortunate. All right, so Dr. Wickham. Okay, he knows that guy's right outside. Well, let's have Harry. Harry's going to fire off 2 bursts at the same guy. First burst, 1 exploding die. All right, so that's 4. So that guy takes 2. And that was guy. That's all he had left. So he goes down. All he took was 1 spray. The other spray is wasted. And then Xander turns and he's going to fire his pistol at the other soldier with the rifle, or the other assailant. They're technically not dressed as soldiers. Ooh, pretty good shot. That was a success. So 6 successes minus 2 is 4. He's going to use a daring die. And that takes him down. Boom. So these guys are down. And he yells, "All clear, Professor!" So Dr. Wickham then comes through the door and then slams the door. Or comes through the door out into this hall. And that guy shoots at Dr. Stewart. She's got cover, so it's he's got a rifle. It's 3 armor. And so she takes 1 damage. All right, she is good for now. And the boss man comes in and fires his pistol at her as well. It's for another point of damage. And she jumps through the door and closes it as her action and starts heading for that door. Initiative. So Harry and Xander and Dr. Wickham, and they all go first. So they're going to be able to get out that front door before the Nazis can get to them. So they run around out the front door, jump into their car, and Xander drives them off into the night. We must collect our wounded and dead and get out of here. It's disappointing. Let us go. So they go, they grab up their people, put them into the van they rented and or stole, and then drive off into the night. All right, so we must get to that ship immediately. Is it ready to go? Well, you see, yes, Doctor, you see, it is a yacht, and it is at my parents' beck and call, and they said we can use it. It's good for many days' voyages. Excellent. All right, so it's stocked and ready to go. It's always stocked and ready to go, because you never know when my parents are going to decide to go off to some, resort somewhere in Greece or somewhere else. Oh, excellent. All right, let us go. Straight to the docks. So Xander drives into the docks. They get on the ship, and they they give the map to the navigator and tell him that they need to get to those coordinates. And the captain says, excellent, on our way. And so the ship takes off for the Lost Island. They manage to escape with the map. And so that is the end of this episode. Episode 1 of The Lost Island. So hopefully it was a quick, down and dirty little mission. And come back next time for the second act of The Lost Island. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. Hope you're enjoying these little pulp adventures. And until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.